One brick, one miss, rich tickets, check out. We talking start like ball hype, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm one miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 I got it. Tryna slow down my motion.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from Santa Clara. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's near the first down, stopped a little short of the 40. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. A gain there of 11. First down, 49ers.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll take this ahead for a yard, down to the 49. Dominique Hampton there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25. Again, it's McCaffrey. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal. go with their fullback trying to get it. He slams it in there, and he is in. Kyle Juszczyk, touchdown, 49ers. It's his second touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Williams on the return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. They'll try the right side this time. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after one, the Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Throwing now is Rattler. Shaheed with the catch. And the Saints are going to be set up. First and goal. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards. Here's Rattler. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. The Niners have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Here's second and 2. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
First rule of backed up offense. Get the first down. The last thing you want to do, punt the ball back and give your opponent a short field. Mission accomplished. Now, can they maintain possession long enough to see if they can cap this drive off with some points?
Here's second and 6. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he gets this up close to the first down. Mark him at the 32. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
To throw on first down is Purdy. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll run for it. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 49ers first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment.
Here we go. Check go.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That one incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Niners first down. Back to throw. Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Again in the air for Purdy. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And the Niners are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. They'll look to run with McCaffrey. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. On second down, Purdy. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Niners 14, Saints nothing.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. To throw, it's Rattler. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And that is incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break.
Into space. He will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Saints are on the board. It's now 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Reload!
Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and the first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Demario Davis there on the play. They face second down and 7. Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
Ready?
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Lions. Ready?
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now it's McCaffrey. Room to run at the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A play fake. Now it's Purdy. He's got it inside the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Powering forward. He's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49ers. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kick is good. That's the score. Niners 21, Saints 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Throwing is Rattler. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. He'll get this down to the 44, but that's about it. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and short. Purdy. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Let's go now.
Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. The run here with McCaffrey. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This one from 49. And he pulled it left. No good. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Now a screen set up for Miller. Ooh. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. Rattler now back to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he will score. Game on. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. 2nd touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Significant moment here for the Saints as they will try the 2-point conversion. That's out quickly and complete. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. Looking to Samuel on the out route.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. McCaffrey now from the pistol. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Able to complete it to Ayuk. Through the middle of the field. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
That's good. 4-8. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's a run. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. From a little further back, here's second and goal.
At the Saints' 9-yard line.
Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Williams now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Rattler gonna throw. And this one is caught by Pierce. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Mike, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Here's Rattler. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Saints first down.
Here we go, set.
Throwing now is Rattler. That one complete to Pierce.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. They'll look to throw yet again. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The offense is out there. 4th and inches. Back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will wind up a Niners 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And that 1st down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. How to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. They'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup